September 23rd and 24th, what is going to happen? There's plenty of predictions, as there is every year, and so I'll get into all of those in this video. First, I'll say I don't believe anything's going to happen. I've called it out in the past, in the years, because these people just don't know what they're doing or saying. They predict these things, nothing happens, especially when it comes to the raptures. But there's many other predictions for this year's September 23rd, 24th date, so let's get into it. First, I'll point out the strangest one of all, which is something we haven't had in comparison to the other September prediction dates, is that the German legislator came out and warned that on September 24th, everyone will remember exactly where he or she was. I'll play the clip of this and then we'll look into it more.
We're now going to hear from the German opposition leader, CDU party, Friedrich Merz.
President of the Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, this 24th of September 2022 is going to be a day which we will remember, and we're going to say about this day in the future that I will remember where I was.
So that's pretty strange. This guy comes out and says September 24th will be a day everyone will remember. As we know, when those days happen in history, it's normally on days that are not good, like September 11th. But it seems, looking into this more, like he may have just made a mistake. What he was saying was February 24th, in reference to the war in Ukraine. But of course, we don't know for sure. There is some strange coincidences of events that have taken place, and then we look back in the past and there have been predictive programming towards it. I'm not saying that's the case here, but that definitely has been the case in other instances. Next, I'll get into the rapture prediction, which is what it normally is every year for September 23rd and 24th. First, I'll point out that we had in 2014 to 2015, the 4 blood moons, which the last one was on September 28th, 2015. We also had September 23rd, 2015. A YouTube channel predicted that the rapture would happen. I made a video covering how ridiculous that was back then. Same thing for September 23rd, 2017, when the alleged Revelation 12, 1 through 5 signs appeared in the sky for just the people who randomly came across that YouTube video. A ridiculous statement. Of course, when Revelation 12, 1 through 5 happens, it will be alerted to more people than, you know, the couple people who watched a YouTube video. So every year we have these September 24th, and some of these people are probably mean well, brothers and sisters in the Lord, but for some reason they think they can figure out the date. I don't know how they get around Matthew 24:36, which says no one knows the day or the hour, not even the angels, not even Jesus Christ, but God only knows the day or the hour when he comes back. But somehow they still come around and they say that, and they say that every year. And you know, there's a couple people out there who every single year say that it's going to happen on this date, and then you go in the comments section and people are believing and saying, oh, thank you, I love this video, thank you for showing us this. It's strange. It's very strange to see. Another really important verse to remember when talking about the rapture is 2 Thessalonians 2, 3 through 4. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Of course, this is an important determining factor that we have to look at. The problem is, I guess here, is that we have some people who think things like, they think they know who the son of perdition is, and they think the mark has already come and all these things, when it just hasn't. The thing we need to remember about Bible prophecy is it will not be these hidden little meanings. Like, it won't be like the mark of the beast will not be described to us through a video on Rumble that got 5,000 views. Okay, the mark of the beast, when it comes, or when the son of perdition is revealed, it will be worldwide, it will be known. He's not the author of confusion. He's not the author of like these cryptic things like the occult is, hiding things in secret. That's not how God works. It will be clear as day. You will have the clear as day choice to take the mark, or the clear as day choice to accept the Antichrist and to worship him as if he is God. It will not be this hidden thing that you learn from a meme on Facebook or a video on Rumble. We have to remember that God is not going to have these things be secret and to hide it from his people. Extremely important to remember that, no matter how convincing or interesting the video or the meme or whatever seems. Here is another article I came across. TikTok theory says huge solar flare will hit Earth on September 24th. I don't know why they call it this word here when in reality it's just a theory. So I guess going around on TikTok is the belief that people think that a huge solar flare is going to hit, and that's probably maybe in relation to the fact that The Simpsons created an episode where they said an EMP was going to happen, and there's numbers and things within it where people say it looks like it points to September 24th. And an EMP can, of course, be created through a huge solar flare or by setting off a huge explosion in the atmosphere. So I'm guessing that's where this one came from, but that seems to be going around as well. And I'll play that clip from the Simpsons episode to end the video, but we just have to realize, and it just needs to really be pointed out, it really seems to me, in my opinion, that when we look back at the past of the events that have been predictively programmed, it was very under the radar. No one knew it. It was like meant to be subliminal where no one even knew it was going on. It wasn't like wide open, right in everybody's face to where like it's going around all over, everyone's aware of it. That's not to say that it couldn't happen, but to me it seems like it would not happen this way and they wouldn't do it in such a wide open scale. And at the end of the day, what really matters is, what are we living for? To live as Christ, to die as gain. That's what the Bible says. That's what it is to be living as a Christian. We shouldn't be fearing really this life and what's to come. We definitely shouldn't be expecting to know the date of the rapture. And when it comes to these predictions and people predicting stuff, they're like wrong all the time. So, you know, sometimes when we can look back and we can say it looks like they predictively were programming certain things, but very, very, very rarely has anyone ever said it looks like something could happen on this day and then something happens on this day. It's like literally that never happens. So that's my opinion on the whole September 23rd, 24th thing. I wouldn't put anything on the line when it comes to expecting something to happen, and definitely do not put your hope and trust in people who are claiming to know the date of the rapture 100% for that one, because no one knows that one. So here's that Simpsons clip. Thanks for watching and God bless.
Sorry, Ellen. Now we're going to leave this place. I'm sorry, Bart. I know you've made a bug-out camp girlfriend.
I've got to be honest with you. It was just a bag of rice I drew a face on.
I'll take these supplies back to Springfield where they're needed most.
You're a good man, Homer Simpson. You said you cut the wires to the alarm.
I cut the wires to something. Okay, everybody, keep your eyes peeled for an unlit milepost marked 23 or 36 or something. If we miss it, we're dead.
Dad, there are lights following us.
How can that be?
The world didn't end. Dad, you said people would be drinking each other's blood.
You got to watch a VHS copy of Red Dawn 13 times. Stop complaining.
What happened with the EMP?
Well, only Springfield lost power, you see, and after a few days it came back. Maybe a little bit brighter, Clyde.
Guys, can't you see that even an imperfect society is better than the savagery of creating a new one? I, for one, am glad we're stuck with civilization. And I think we will be for a long, long time.